Claps. Hey RHONY Reboot T Squad fans, it's your girl Keisha, and I am here with a behind the scenes tea video. Now remember when the last season of RHONY was going on about a month or so ago, the rumors were swirling that new RHONY housewife, Sai De Silva, actually met her husband while he was married. And it was alleged that she was also bartending for him when they met. Now, remember, I also told you guys when I did my cast breakdown of RHONY before the season even aired, and even while the season was airing, how I was a huge fan and still am a huge fan of Sai's YouTube channel and her Instagram, because she is a fashionista, and how in her vlogs from early on, she did a video with her husband and how they talked about him having a older child, but I could not confirm it. So Sai has a podcast with her best friend, Angela, who is actually the sister to R&B singer, legendary singer A. Marie. And they have a podcast together and they address the rumors. Let's take a listen to what Sai had to say, and I'll be back with my thoughts.
People have been asking you about this for a while, and we've talked about it, and I'm just super surprised that this is even a rumor. But the rumor is this. You were working at a bar. You were working at your husband's bar. Well, he wasn't your husband at the time, who was married to a woman, and she was pregnant. And when you were working at the bar, he left his pregnant wife for you. Now, let's really break this down, because my sister was laughing about it when I told her, because she's like, oh, well, maybe the person who spread this rumor knows a friend of the wife or a friend of... I'm like, no, like the stuff is not even...
The math is just not mathing.
Yeah, it's not even close to being... So tell us what this is, because really I'm like, the facts of this rumor don't even exist. They don't make sense. They don't connect. So tell us.
I was actually quite surprised when it came out, because it showed how much someone wanted to have a problem with me. There are fans that dislike me, but to the point that you need to make me have a problem.
RHONY fans do not play.
They play no games.
Just Real Housewives. It's not even RHONY, like
Real Housewives fans, Bravo fans. Bravo fans are very, very intense. And to manipulate and make me have an issue that I really don't have, I found very shocking. Let's rewind.
So did you cheat? Well, did your husband cheat on you?
No one cheated.
Okay, so tell us what it is.
Absolutely not. Like, none of that really existed. I met my husband in 2009. There was a rumor that I was lying about when we got married. I think they said that I got married in 2009 instead of we met in 2009. Look, I met my husband in 2009 in Costa Rica at a swim-up bar. He did not own the swim-up bar. We were in a residential complex, and he was at the bar.
Vacationing.
He was actually on a work trip. There was a bunch of guys in the pool. He was there. He was actually talking to a friend of mine. I've said this story so many times. If anybody wants to backtrack it, it's like I did a video 3 years ago. It's on YouTube. I've done multiple videos in my highlights on Instagram. I've said the same story over and over again. But we met at this swim-up bar in Costa Rica, probably the 9th day that I was there. I think I was there for 10 days total. And he was super funny. He was engaging. And to be honest, he wasn't even my type. Like, when I met him, I was like, oh, whatever. But then he started cracking jokes. I was like, this guy's really funny.
Yeah.
He lived in Canada. I lived in New York. So we were not even in the same country. So there was no way that I worked at his bar. I think that
He didn't have a bar.
He didn't have a bar. There was no bar. He was in marketing.
Yeah.
Like, the whole game of telephone got really switched up, because yes, I was a bartender. And yes, I did meet him at a bar. I was a bartender in New York City. And yes, I met him at a bar. It was a swim-up bar of a residential neighborhood in Costa Rica. So I think the bar thing was a little bit nuts. 2009, met him. He flew to New York the following week. He was not married. I met him 6 years after he got a divorce.
So you sure he was divorced?
I have the paperwork.
Let me call David up.
Go ahead, call him.
Matches.
So I have the paperwork, and the reason why we have all this paperwork is because when we finally did get married, David, we needed to go to immigration, get his green card. So we have to provide all of those facts. So we definitely got everything all on paper. All my truth is there. Like, I'm great on paper.
And I think it's interesting too that they said he left his pregnant wife for you because he has one child with his ex-wife, who Maxie is now
23 years old.
It's like
I met my husband. I met my husband in 2009. My stepson was 8 or 9 when we met. So that's definitely not true. His ex-wife, when I met him, was with someone else. She was in another relationship. And we would all go eat together at her mother's house because my stepson's so close to his grandmother. Like, we were like a blended family. So none of that ever took place. My husband never cheated on his wife. I never worked at his bar. And I want to say we dated 2 years before I got pregnant. And then we got pregnant again 5 years later. And then we finally got married in 2017. I did move to Montreal for a year and a half. So I was living there. David never lived in New York. David didn't live in New York until 2017 when Rio was born. So none of that is true.
That is the exclusive.
I feel like people really wanted me to have this problem and maybe follow me around next season with this issue. But sadly, I have to tell you people, it's just not true.
I know people hit me on IG and they're like, how can you be friends with a homewrecker?
Like, the comments that were on my page were like, close your legs to married men. I'm like, he's married to me. Like, what are you talking about? And you know what? I didn't feel the need to address it, but my husband was getting so upset. Like, because we kept getting all these messages and people were genuinely upset with me that I wouldn't respond to it. I'm like, why do I have to justify a rumor that is false?
Well, there you have it. She said that she and her husband did not have an affair when they met, that he had, in fact, been divorced for 6 years prior to them meeting each other. But she did confirm that her husband does have an older child by the name of Maxie, who is a guy, and he is 23 years old. Now, here's my only qualm with this whole situation. My thing is, I really don't understand families where they never acknowledge another child. Like, that is just so weird to me. Like I said, I have watched Sai's YouTube channel now for the last 3 years, and it was only that one video where it was a brief mention about a son that I didn't even know if that's what they were confirming or not, because it was so quick when it came out of her husband's mouth that I couldn't confirm whether or not he was admitting to having another child or not, but it always stuck in my head. But outside of that, out of all of the vlogs and videos that she's posted on YouTube of family vacations and holidays and things of that nature, never seen nor heard about this older son. The older son was never acknowledged. And then on RHONY, they never acknowledged his older son. It was always stated that they had 2 children. I don't know why it's so hard for people to acknowledge another child. Yes, he's grown. He probably doesn't want to be in the spotlight or anything like that, which is fine. Y'all know my son don't like being in the spotlight, but I still would never not acknowledge that he exists. It's nothing for you to say, me and David have 2 children. He has an older son, you know what I'm saying, that doesn't want to be a part of the show or whatever the case may be. But like I said, I've never seen this child. They've gone on family vacations. He's never with them. Like, it's so weird to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, what's going on with this relationship? Does he have a relationship with his son still? Like, what is going on, and why didn't y'all acknowledge this boy? Why did it take for the internet to accuse you of this affair and all of this for it to come out? That's weird to me. It's so weird to me when couples do that. Like, it's beyond me. Like, and if I'm the son, I would low-key feel some type of way, you know, that y'all not even acknowledging my presence and that I even exist. I don't know. It's weird to me. I don't really know. But y'all let me know down below in the comment section what y'all think about what Sai had to say. Let's talk about it all. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button, you guys. I love you, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.